And I got to tell you, look at everything growing. It's a lot of compost. Everywhere in my garden is compost. And you can see I put trees in here like about a month and a half ago. Look at them; they're already leafing out. This one here is a looks like, I think it's a Fuji apple tree. And look at all that compost is growing in. That's about 7 inches deep all the way throughout this entire garden is just compost. And then I have also some pieces of twigs in here, and you can see this tree here is leafing out. That's leafing out, and I just love it. You know, that's how it is. When you get the soil right, you got to get the soil right. I don't get to none of that complex stuff anymore. People say you got to do this, got to do that. Get the soil right. You can buy all the trees you want, and they'll do halfway okay. They might just die. But get the soil right, and you'll see. This tree hasn't been here this long. This is some kind of probably a Honey Crisp apple, and it's leafing out. That's leafing out. You can see it clearly. And then you got this one here. The bags behind it, that's just peat moss, but I primarily use that very little. And look at this right here. These are leafing out. See the little blossoms on it. I think the cold, it's going to get down to 22 degrees tonight. So a lot of this is going to be gone. 28, 20, something to about 28, 23 degrees. And a lot of my peach trees are suffering already. My Georgia here, first time it's ever really blossomed nice since I removed all the overcover of the tree. I removed a lot of that. And my neighbor removed a lot. Actually, he removed more than I did. And these blossoms are beautiful, but they are subject to be gone tomorrow. After they drop down, it's going to start warming up again. But this peach tree is definitely fattening up since I got those branches removed. So if you got overhang over your trees, get them removed. And this one here had all these blossoms on it, still does. This is my youngest peach tree. About 2 years old, 2.5 maybe. I think it's about 2. And you can see all of the beautiful leaves on it. It's really healthy. This right here is a beautiful cherry tree, and this is I can't think of the name of it, but it had blossoms on it this year, maybe about 3 or 4 blossoms, and everything's going good. See the wood down there at the bottom. I'm going to cut it up more, but I just wanted to place it over here, get it out of the way. But you cut them up, and that's just all compost. Everything's compost. Everything grows well near my garden. Even the grass that's located near it does well because of all the biology in the soil here. And here is the beautiful blueberry plants. They're coming on strong. I'm looking at some of them are even actually spreading. You know, so that's a good sign. Here's another one that's spreading next to it. You know, when you got to, these were like $5 plants when I bought them. Now all the plants are going up because people are realizing that we're going to need these plants instead of keep running to the grocery store. So they're going up now. The businesses are definitely on to it. Here's another one, the largest one I have. Blueberry is all the blossoms getting ready to open, and the leaves not quite yet open, but it's almost 4 feet tall. Here's another one here. This one here is doing quite well this year because I got the soil, finally got the soil right, got the acidity where I want it, and so biggest thing about planting them in the ground is you got to pay attention to that acidity. We're gonna go up here real quick without me hurting my knee or something, because here's one everybody kept hitting the videos on, the potatoes that are grown underneath leaves. All I did was lay them on the ground 7-8 inches apart and just bury them. This is above surface planting is my garden. I'm the first one. I know that are doing the potatoes like this year that I've seen. And then we got this one here. I'm the only one doing this tree here. This tree here, it doesn't have a hole that's growing in. I just set it on top, spread the roots out. And once I did that, so you can see the roots here, they're pushing against the ground, you can see it. But I did that for a reason, because I said, let me see if this tree will grow without digging a hole for it. And it did. It just took off. See all the growth on it? And that's a beautiful thing there. And this thing, I'm going to pull it a little bit. It's tight in the ground. I didn't have to stake it or anything. I tell people not to stake their trees if they don't have to. And we got over here, got some romaine. And this over here is kind of confusing, but everything's okay. A lot of water in the ground over here. I got to fix that problem. It's not really a problem. It's just when it rains real heavy, you get that sometimes. Here's my beautiful, starting to leaf out. This is a pear tree, and see all that pretty black soil at the base of it? That is my soil mix when I first planted it. Over here is a Stanley plum, and it's growing beautifully. Wait a minute, there's something going down here at the base. Some of it's trying to grow from the graft. I don't let that happen. All right, here's another tree that you got to watch the graft. Make sure it's not. Here, whoops, there's a couple pieces here growing from the graft. I don't let them come up. I just wipe them off right at the point I see them. And this one here is my favorite pear tree, a Bartlett. Starting to get blossoms on it, as you can see. And doesn't have any tree to cross with, because the tree that I just showed you is just too young. Here's another tree that is doing quite well, and we got the grapevine over here. That's a beautiful grapevine. It's doing quite well. I think it's going to be okay. This is the morning garden, showing you the last picture here, which is the cherries, and you can see some of the blossoms come out. We'll get down to 22 degrees tonight, but I think nature knows what it's doing. As long as that, look at all that compost around the base of that tree. Look at it. It's over, in this area, it's probably about 8 inches deep. Then we got all the strawberries right here in this area. It's doing real good. This is the Morning Garden Show. Thank you for your time. And remember to subscribe.